Happy Father's Day to all of the amazing, amazing fathers out here. Give yourself a round of applause because we know just like being a mother is hard work. Being a male, being a father is tremendously hard. So we just commend you guys, and we just want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Keep doing what you do. Keep up the great work. Keep doing everything that you are doing to uplift, inspire, and just lead your family and your children. And if you saw today as a day that was kind of rough for you, make it a better day. At the end of the day, if you're a man and you're listening to this podcast, power is within your hands. It's up to you. If you want to be a better man, whatever it is that you want to be better at, the choice is yours. And so I just hope that, every man has somebody in their life that's pushing them just to be better. Every day the goal is to be better. But I am Brittany Petty, and I'm the founder of Ingeniously Made Whole, IMW, founded after Psalm number 139, verse 14, that says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made whole, because I want everyone who comes into contact with me to leave feeling confident within themselves. And so that is why I help teens and young adults to overcome their mental health challenges so they can build their confidence to achieve their goals, to attend college, develop a trade, or even start a business. So today we're going to be talking about what you do now matters. Okay, so as we get started, those of you who haven't grabbed a copy of my book yet, make sure you do at focusyoursuccess.com. You'll see an amazing deal, buy one, get one free, where you can purchase my book, Stop the Drama, Stop Comparing, and Focus on You, which is for teen girls between the ages of 12 to 18. And also you can buy a copy. So let's say you have a son, this would be perfect for them, Listen Up, which is for our boys and our girls, from 12 all the way up into getting ready to get out of high school, as they're getting ready to go off to college, and just giving them advice to their teen self. I have a list of 7 collaborators who are phenomenal, and we all came together to write that book and really just give advice. So we sat down and we talked about, okay, what teen advice, or what advice would I have wanted someone to give me when I was a teenager? And so that's why that book is so amazing. And it's just, to me, it's really great because as a teenager, you think you know everything, right? And then you realize, I really don't know everything. And so it's really that foundation just to learn through other people's challenges and things that they have overcome in their life to see, what can you do differently, or how can you make a change for greater in your life. Okay. So I'm excited for you guys to be here tuning in with me again. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I have some amazing fathers as well. One of my fathers is no longer here on earth, but he did a phenomenal job raising me. I'll never forget how he taught me how to ride a bike. And I'll never forget falling off that bike, and he taught me to get back up and do it again. And, it just reminds me of life. We go through things, we go through different trials, we go through different challenges, but we have to get back up. We got to keep going. And so, I just really remember that, and I'll never forget that. I remember he spanked me one time in my life, one time. And he told me to stop mixing this pink solution up. And I brought some worms into the house. He was like, stop. And I didn't stop. And so I got a spanking. And so one thing about him is he was a man of very few words, but when he spoke, you listened to him. And that is one thing I really enjoyed about my father. I would love for you guys to share in the comments what is something that you enjoyed about your father. But that's something I always enjoyed. And then he always took the time to just really, talk to you. If you're dealing with something or something's going on, he always took the time to say, you know what, this is what you should do, or this is what I've learned, or this is what I experienced, or this is what I think you should do. And so for me, that was something that was really beneficial for the times that we did get to talk, because he was also a truck driver. So he was always gone. He was always working late hours, but I appreciated him for that. My biological father, I met him when I was like 17. I was literally working at a grocery store at this time. Just like anything, I will never forget. I remember having a sister on my dad's side, and she told my dad, she said, hey, there's a young lady who works at this store, and she looks like us. And so I'm like, okay. So he was like, okay. And he said he went in the store, he didn't see me. She didn't see me anymore, and that was kind of it. And so then I got a chance to meet him when I was like 17. And so I appreciate having him in my life as well because he's able to, come around when he is able to and spend time with his grandchildren and just really just show a different side of life. I wish I had gotten a chance to know him sooner. But, in life, we just learn that, everything is the way it is for a reason. And so I try not to dwell on the past, but I just try to keep moving forward. And so, I just thank the Lord for me being the woman I am today and allowing me to be where I am, which is amazing. Today we got a chance to celebrate my husband. Today was, a special day for him for Father's Day because I know a lot of men talk about how Father's Day is not shown the same love as it is for Mother's Day. And that's true. You can just tell the difference. Even when you go to church, it was just different. The men were really relaxed and there were a lot of fathers there, but the love it just really doesn't feel the same. And so I can definitely say I agree with that. But I will say that I see that there's a lot of hurt. As a mental health therapist and counselor, I see so much hurt. A lot of students, they are split up. They have, different homes that they're going to, every other weekend, or, some of them don't see their father. And now even more, a lot of children don't see their mother. And so it's really a lot going on. And so I feel like, if you're a father who's hands-on, if you can reach out and also be hands-on with another child or go up to your child's school, volunteer, do something because our children need to see more males. And it's just important. It really is. And it's just you get to see the other side of it. You see so many children who are in broken homes and their parents are having to work lots of hours and they're not getting that one-on-one guidance or that time. And so even if you take time out of your day to go and just read books with kids or eat lunch or just show yourself present, I think that that's important. And those kids will never, ever forget that. So today we're going to talk about what you do now matters. And so I'm going to read an excerpt from my book. It says there are some great people who are locked up behind bars, and there are some great people who are no longer alive. And those are just two scenarios to think about. I'm sure if we really put our thinking cap on, we could think about so many other situations where, once again, people were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so this is something that's so important because I was talking to my children today, and they were asking me about someone who went to jail. And so it was interesting because they were like, and so, like I told him, hey, anyone can be in jail, right? It only takes you doing one thing, and boom, you're in jail. One bad decision, one choice, running with the wrong crowd, doing one bad thing. And so, once I said it like that, they're like, okay, that's why it's so important for me to be mindful of who I run with, the things I say, my actions, and things of that nature. I'm like, yes, indeed, it is. And so today, I just want you to really focus on, what you do now matters. So as a father, as a mother, as a teenager, you got to understand that what you do now, if you're a teenager, don't think that, oh, I'm going to just post this and that's the end of it. No, because when you get ready to apply for jobs, they're going to pull all of that up. So it's important for you to say, no, I need to be mindful of what I am posting. What I am posting is, would my parents be proud of me? Is this something that God is proud of? In my actions, how I take care of my family, if you're a parent, or how I show up for my family. And so it's just important to take the time to say, you know what, I have to start doing something different if I want to get different results. And so it's important to realize that what you do now, it does matter. So your children, they might not notice it or appreciate what you're doing right now. But trust me, okay, when they get in their 30s, they're going to come back and be like, you know what, Mom, Dad, you were so bright. There is so much that I wish I had listened to you on. And so it's just important to know that, what you're doing, it does matter. And as a parent, understanding that your roles change. And We go from being that parent to also being that parent who is also providing. We start out providing that leadership and guidance, and then from there, being that person that takes the hands off and say, hey, I've done my part. I've taught you. My job now is to pray for you, and you have to make the decisions from here because you know right from wrong. And I know I've done that, my job as a parent. And so my challenge for everyone is to start getting off the technology. Get off the technology 1 hour less. Look on your phone, see how much time you spend on social media or on your phone, and decrease it this week by 1 hour. Do something with your family. Play a board game, play a Uno game. Sit around and talk, utilize some questions. If you have to find some questions online, that's fine. But utilize some questions. Start asking those open-ended questions because it's just so important for us to take the time to talk to one another and see how each other are doing and really, really, truly connect. I challenge that for even relationships. Get that alone time with each other. Challenge each other. Even if it's 30 minutes before, put the kids in bed 30 minutes before you go to bed. Sit down and actually talk to one another. Because what happens is a lot of times people get in a rut. They do the same thing every single day, and they don't take the time to sit down and talk to one another or check in with one another and see how each other's needs are. And so I think that that's so important to do that. So today, like I said, we wanted to talk about just making sure that you understand and know that you are valued and you are appreciated. Just continue to do your best work and strive for greatness. That's what we talked about today. What is going on with my nose? But that's what we talked about today at church, was just making sure that we are striving not only to please one another here on earth, as far as, making sure that we give our very best. If you're a teenager or a child, making sure that you give your best for your parents. Make your parents proud of you because these are your earthly parents, but also your heavenly Father, making sure that you are honoring him. And so whatever we do in life, we want to make sure that we are giving our very best. And at the end of the day, if you know that you gave your best, then you can sleep at night. And I think that that's what gets a lot of people, is thinking that, oh, I have to be perfect. No, you don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. But it's just important to understand that you have to give your very best. And so as you are giving your very best, always give and just do what you know is best for you. And if you feel great in your heart to do that, then you are doing amazing. And so my challenge this week, 1 hour less than what you're already spending on your social media, and just continue to be present and show up. I know some parents have asked me, what do I do if I have a teen or a child that doesn't want to talk to me? Well, you know what? You cannot force them to talk to you. And so, you know what? Ask them those open-ended questions. And if you notice that the vibe is not there, then that's fine. But at the end of the day, you know that you've given your best. But also try different ways. Write them a letter. Because sometimes people don't know that they're doing something until you call them out on it. So you're like, hey, what's up? What's up with you? Right? Why are you not talking? What's going on? And sometimes we have those off days, right? But if it's something that's repetitive, try different ways of communicating. We know the way to get to our kids is through texting, right? So if you have to text while you're in the house to get their attention, so be it, right? But we have to start opening up the doors, having that communication and just really just giving our very best day in and day out. And so I just want to let you guys know, if no one's told you today that you're doing a phenomenal job, just know that you are doing a phenomenal job. If you haven't started following me yet, make sure you do on the ground at Ingeniously Made Whole. Also follow me on Facebook at Ingeniously Made Whole. And you can find me on TikTok at IMW Counselor Petty, as well as LinkedIn, IMW Counselor Petty. And I'm just so excited once again to spend time with you guys, talk to you guys, just lift and spread positivity. And that's what this podcast is for. It's for our parents, for our teens, our youth, to just spread positivity. Let them know, let everyone know they can do it. As we know, as a parent, sometimes it gets hard out here. You feel like you don't have any support, but you do. There's a circle of people who want to support you and want to see you win. And so whatever you are doing in life, always make sure that you are giving your best. Understand what you do now matters. And I want you guys to have a blessed Sunday and continue to live your best life and give your very, very best. Have a great day, and don't forget to go to my website at focusyoursuccess.com so you can get a copy of my book, Listen Up, and Stop the Drama, Stop Comparing, and Focus on You.